Can you see Bernadette? She's kind of hard to miss. I'm trying to make a video. Hi, I'm Michaela and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you some plants that I think are unique and underrated, and I just don't see a lot of people talking about them. So I don't know if they know how cool they are. Maybe they do, I don't know. But anyway, it's just some plants that are a little bit different from the same 15 to 20 plants that everyone talks about all the time. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. And also, I just watered all these with the garden hose out in the greenhouse. So there's probably water droplets on them. And if you haven't had the joy of watering your plants outside with a garden hose, like the spray attachment, you've got to try it. It's so much more fun than a watering can. I don't know, maybe I'm just really easily entertained. That's a distinct possibility as well. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Oh God, I spilled one before I even got started. Okay, so the first ones I'm gonna talk about are Homolomena, and I don't have very many of these, and I'm definitely still figuring out the care, but in the meantime, I'm having a lot of fun with them, and I think they're really cool and unique. So this one, I just spilled this into my notebook too. So there's soil everywhere, and messes really bother me, especially leaving messes. So I think I'm gonna have to stop and clean that up because that's not gonna work for me. Yeah. Okay, I feel slightly better now that that's cleaned up. Is anyone else like that? Like, I can't handle things being out of place. No, it doesn't work. Which is interesting because I live with hundreds of potted plants, a Saint Bernard, and a carpenter. Like, it's tricky to keep up sometimes, but I don't have a choice. Anyway, the first one is a variegated Homolomena, and this one died back to just a node, so I brought it back, and it's actually looking really cool. And this one lives in my Millsbow. They seem to like higher humidity from what I've found so far. And yeah, like I said, I'm still figuring out how to care for these things. So this is try not to spill this, Homolomena Army, I believe. This is really, I love this plant. I just can't get a good picture of it. Do you ever have plants like that where you try all the time to get a cool picture of it and you just can't? It just doesn't look like this in the pictures that I take. And then this is a little Homolomena schismaglottis, I believe. I could definitely be pronouncing that wrong. Yeah, this one also died back to almost nothing, and I brought it back, keeping it in a greenhouse. So yeah, those are always some of my proudest plants, the ones that I bring back from nothing. And then this one is probably my favorite. I have a few of these, and they are really tricky. This one, once again, was just a node. And I think this is a Homolomena redback, if I'm not mistaken, but look at that texture. That is so cool. And then the backs and the petioles are like a pinkish kind of color. I hope that you can see that well enough. But I would love to have a big version of this plant. So hopefully one of the 3 nodes that I'm working with will produce a nice full plant eventually, because this is really one of my favorites. And I say that all the time, but I think they're all my favorite. I think plants are just my favorite. Okay, so the next one, I genuinely have no idea why people aren't talking about these. I talk about them all the time, I feel like, but that is Amedrium. This is an Amedrium zipilanium, I think. And I'm actually kind of surprised that I like this one because I'm not really into the really spindly leaves. Like I don't have any interest in like a Hoya retusa, Philodendron tortum, but this I think is just so cool. And if you watched my Vintage Hill video, you may have seen me purchase this one, and it has since then given me this leaf and this runner. That's the thing about Amedrium, is they're very prone to producing runners, but you can often get a leaf out of the nodes. So I just cut them off or leave them. Yeah. Something about Amedrium also is they really seem to appreciate greenhouse conditions. So like higher humidity and light. This is an Amedrium green. It's another really cool textured plant. Oh, look at this new little baby leaf coming off of a runner. And then this one, this is one of my favorite plants, but I let it go too long without a watering, so it got a little bit of root rot, but seems to be coming back okay. This is an Amedrium silver. So it looks just about exactly like the Amedrium green, but it's just like a silver kind of color, and it also has that really cool texture. And this one's also one of my all-time favorites. And I'm gonna say that about probably every plant on this list. I don't know. I can't pick a favorite. They're all my favorite. Okay, so the next one I just have two of, and also I'm still figuring out the care on these. I have not had these for a really long time, maybe like 6 months or so, but that is Pipers. And I think these also seem to appreciate more of like a terrarium type of condition. I think they're often viewed as more of a terrarium plant. But look at that pink on there. So cool. And then the other one, I think this is just called Piper. Where I got it, they just called it a Piper Black. But it has those really pretty shiny dark leaves. And this one, yeah, they seem to like a little bit more water than most of the aroids I'm used to dealing with. So I have a little bit of crisping, but the plant is still with us. So there's something to be said about that. But it just looks like, that little black heart emoji to me. I don't know. I love a good heart-shaped leaf. So now we are moving on into the philodendrons, and I know philodendrons are a very popular plant to collect, but there's a few that I feel like not a lot of people talk about, and I don't know why, because they're so cool. So this one, once again, is one of my favorites. This is the Philodendron 69686, and I just think it's a really cute leaf shape. A lot of people consider it to be kind of a dupe for a UPI. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know how to pronounce it, but I don't even like that plant. I just don't like how it looks. So I am happy with the 69686 any day. I really like lobed philodendrons. I think they're fun. Also, I showed this in my philodendron video, but there's like, this plant has created like a foot to hold itself up. I probably should repot it or actually attach it to this stake, but Okay, so the next one is a Philodendron Bob C. I think this is a really cool leaf shape. It just, I don't know, I can't think of a lot of plants that have a leaf shape like this. I think maybe there's an alocasia that does, but I can't seem to place it. But I think this one is really neat, and I don't see a lot of people talking about it, but it is, I want to say it's more on the affordable side also, so definitely something to be said for that. So this one is kind of a big one. I have it in this tray because I just repotted it, and there would probably end up being soil everywhere, but That is a Philodendron deflexum. Yeah. I think this one is so cool. It has like a ripply, lobed, big old leaf, and yeah, it grows really quickly, really easily, and they're just not, they don't, oh, I got distracted peeling one of these off. What was I even saying? Is this focused on me? Yeah, this is a Philodendron deflexum, and it is, the last time I checked, it was more on the affordable side as far as philodendrons go, but it kind of reminds me of like a Billietier or an Atabapoense, and it just kind of has that similar long leaf with the lobes. So yeah, it's a good alternative to that if you're looking for something more affordable. And I think this one's just really cool with the little ripply leaves. I'm noticing that I really like textured leaves also. Yeah, a Philodendron deflexum. Okay, so the next one is a Philodendron Bipennifolium, and I have the green form and the aurea here. And I just think this is such a cute leaf shape. And I keep this in regular room humidity and I would say lower light for a philodendron, and it does great. So, oh, I gotta show you this leaf too. Look at that one, it's so cute. I love this plant, and it's definitely, for the green one, it's more on the affordable side also. So if you're looking for a philodendron with a cool leaf shape that won't break the bank, Philodendron Bipennifolium is definitely a good one. Okay, and then I also have the Bipennifolium aurea, and it just has the really golden yellow leaves. They do kind of fade to be a little bit darker as they mature, but yeah, that leaf color is so cool. And I did just cut this up so it doesn't quite have the same leaf shape again yet, but yeah, it's just a different form of that plant. And there's also a variegated one, but that one is extremely pricey last time I checked. So I would love to have one of those, but it's not where I am at in my life right now, and that's fine. So those are all of my favorite unique underrated plants, and I hope you liked them. I don't know what plants people have seen and not seen, so it may just be plants that you already knew about and don't really care about, and that's fine. I like them, and that's all that matters. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and if you have any unique underrated plants that I did not list, I would love to know some of your favorites down in the comments. And I think that's it. Oh yeah, follow me on Instagram at Queen City Tropicals if you want to. And please like and subscribe, and I will see you again soon.